I found this 100-year-old dressing table at a thrift store on an average Monday afternoon, and what's hiding under all that paint is something truly spectacular. This dresser needs a restoration, and it's a perfect opportunity to get outdoors and discover something amazing. My name is Barry, and welcome to Mad City Modern. This detached mirror appears to have the original finish, and it was a major clue as to what might be hiding under all the paint on the rest of this dresser. This mirror adds so much additional character to this furniture, and it's the main reason why I paid $95 for everything. This is clearly yet another abandoned painted furniture DIY makeover. As is often the case with these makeovers, the mirror is detached to give these pieces a more modern look. Thankfully, the previous owner saved all of the original parts for this dresser. Based on the condition, style, and hardware used, I would assume this furniture is around 100 years old. With the dresser-like drawers and the attached mirror, my guess is this piece was built to be either a dressing table or a vanity. Once restored, I would imagine this furniture being used as a buffet or a sideboard, perhaps a statement piece in a living area or a dining room. Whenever possible, I try to learn of the stories behind old furniture. Although patience, discipline, and determination make these furniture restorations possible, the stories often provide much-needed motivation. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the last 100 or so years of this dresser's history. So in a sense, I view this furniture as a blank slate, and hopefully I can make it nice enough for the new owner to enjoy and create memories around for the next 100 years. Once I removed most of the paint, there it was, tiger oak. Not rare, but certainly a thing of beauty. There will be a short video on the channel explaining what tiger oak is and what makes it so special. By attaching the soft sponge pad to the 3x4 Surfprep sander, I can sand the thin layers of veneer on the edges of this dresser without causing any more damage than there already is. There are always some furniture purists out there who don't believe in using any power sanders on any antique furniture. I have a tremendous amount of respect for that approach. However, there just aren't enough furniture restorers anymore for all the antique furniture in need of restorations. Once I've removed most of the paint with that first layer of paint stripper, I'll switch between several different scraping tools, dental tools, and sanders to remove the remainder of the old finishes. If you're still watching at this point in the video, then I'll assume you're sticking around, and I want to say this. With the exception of a physical disability, I believe that most people can do this type of work, if interested. When I create content like this, it's nice to get video sponsors and ad revenue. However, the most rewarding part of this journey so far has certainly been the feedback from so many faithful viewers like you. It's always exciting to hear your stories and to find out that some of these videos may have encouraged you to start your own projects. So thank you for being willing to share your experiences with me. Here's a clip of this week in the mail, and a special thanks to the patrons of this channel for making this video possible. I've been receiving hundreds of furniture questions through Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube. I'm so thankful for all the engagement, but to put it simply, I just can't keep up with all of the comments and questions. I created a Patreon page recently, not as a money grab, but specifically to prioritize the questions that you may have regarding your furniture projects. For $5 a month, not only will you be sponsoring future projects on the channel, but I'll be able to answer your furniture questions directly. After working with both, I have found that the 5-inch orbital sander by Surfprep is more efficient when sanding larger surface areas. The 3x4 sander is less aggressive and is better for sanding details. I'm relatively new to furniture restorations, and veneer repair is still an intimidating task. So these repairs won't be perfect, but I feel with each project, these skills are slowly improving. When I removed the paint from this dresser, I was expecting to find more damage than I actually did. My plan was to give this piece a more modern look, a lighter finish, perhaps even a whitewash. Once I realized that the condition of this dresser was about as good as you could ask for a piece about 100 years old, I knew it needed a traditional finish. So I decided to apply a dark oil-based stain, giving this a look that it would have had maybe 100 years ago. Choosing a traditional, dark, oil-based stain really brought life to the tiger oak patterns. In an effort to stick with a more traditional finish, I decided to brush on several layers of clear shellac. I'll soak the brush for about 20 minutes in denatured alcohol. I'll also use the denatured alcohol to cut the shellac in order to give me more time to apply the shellac. Shellac will begin drying in less than a minute, so it's a great option for applying several coats in the same day. As I finish this project and begin to reassemble the dresser, I'll apply Howard feed and wax to the drawer slides and any other areas where there might be friction. I'll then clean the mirror with a razor blade, do a final polish on some of the hardware, and call it good.